All right, welcome to the weekend show, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a minute. We're gonna pull up. I got a new table, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this is what it's Wednesday, coming to you hot in the middle of the week. It's been a while. Marble, you can kind of see it. It's fucking. It's a nuisance. This table. This is the type of table that you air out family grievances, in the king's hall, These your father's medals were stolen valor. This is that type of table, bro. This is the marble. They're still blowing off some of the confetti from all the partying I had. This tape tonight, we dine in Valhalla type table looking ass. This table you fuck your mistress on while your wife's at home in her room sleeping. You eat your last meal. This is I don't know, man. This table it's insane. It's one of those tables where I feel lonely. There's enough room for people on this side. It's like two people here. You could have another person right here, another person on the side, on the ends. Oh, and it's funny because everything that I have now looks tacky compared to this table. This table is like gaudy. This table is it's too much. I started looking at. I'm looking at everybody like listen. They don't got my table at home. Everybody at home, and they don't have a table like mine's though, right? All those girls in high school that never bothered to message me, all the women that left me on red. It's like that Mike Jones type shit. You know what I'm saying? Back then they didn't want me. Now I got a fucking table. They all on me, bro. Look at this table, though. Listen, I'm smacking it around. Drinks still not spilled, bro. And here's the thing. Even if the drink spilled, bro. Even if this motherfucker, dude, stain resistant marble gloss paint. You know what? I see a chip. You got a chip right there. You know what? It's such a good table that I don't even care. There's a little bit of chips, maybe. Okay, whatever. Right. The delivery guys were kind of they fought with. I don't know, man. In my building, they have like you gotta book the elevator, and it's dude. It's exactly like this girl's name Kim. But she's a Karen, if you know what I mean. The girl's name is Kim, but she's like a Karen. Got her like glasses on, and don't you dare, Deuce. Don't you gotta book the elevator. You know more than anybody else in this building. You know to book the. I go, listen, man. You're never there. You're supposed to be in the office from Monday to Friday. I went down to the office. No, ain't nobody. I'm trying to book the elevator. You know what I mean? The brick. Again, I'm like, the brick guys, the guys at the brick, they said the table was going to come from like 1 to 4. They give you a 3-hour window. Motherfucker showed up at 5. Granted, there was a tornado storm coming yesterday, last night. Deep into like 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, it was like pitch black. Hail coming down, crazy rain, and all throughout the day you're getting those phone messages where it's like tornado weather effect, be careful. I mean, I'm in the heart of downtown Winnipeg, so I kind of just want to see it all crumble. If a tornado's coming through, I'm glad. I would be glad to just witness the chaos, but yeah, and then we're gonna charge you we're gonna charge you $100. That's what that girl's like at me, and she's like, we're gonna charge you. And I go, I don't, I tried my best to try to tell you, you know what I mean? These people are gonna bring up the table. It's such a nice table. Like, I think once she seen that she didn't have, she was, bro. And here's the problems that this chick was having, right? We got the table in, and then when the guys are gonna set up the table for me, she's out there because again it was like 5 o'clock when these guys came. Her quitting time. She was in the back lane, like, I can't leave the bricks because there's okay. Imagine an L, right? There's a parking lot where there's thing. The bricks guys were like here. She was here, had plenty of room to just go around and around, but she wanted to take that lane, and there's a bunch of cars coming from that side, and I don't think she had enough room. There's still enough room for one car to get by, but everyone gets, whenever there's like a moving truck or a garbage truck in the back lane of our apartment, it's, but like, and she's like calling my mom saying like, we're gonna charge you because the bricks guys are in my way and I can't leave. So my mom calls me back and goes, well, they're gonna charge you $100, Jeff. And I go, listen, I don't give two fucks. This is $1,000 table, right? I had my table, I had big table energy. I'm telling you guys. It was, and I go, listen, I don't give two fucks if she's gonna charge me $200. You know what I mean? I paid these guys $99 to come deliver this table. They're gonna deliver this table and get it up there. I can't fucking lift this thing. This is a table you hoist your fucking your skull trophies on. You know what I mean? You set down. You can literally do an autopsy on this table right now. Not right now, anytime though. Like, it's so smooth and decadent. You could perform surgery on this table, right? And you're like, wow, man. I'm sure a lot of people at home listening, like, wow, Mediumjay's coming so clear. Listening to this podcast is so much clearer. You know why? Because the echoes from this marble table, they're bouncing off and hitting the microphone at exact synchronicity of the timing in which you need the reverberation and whatnot. I'm telling you, people, get $1,000 table, marble. Don't do that. Don't cheap out on that granite shit. You know what I'm saying? Get it glossed. You know what I mean? Get that glossy finish, mirror coated. Listen, I don't like. I was worried. This is gonna sound very, very, for the people. This is gonna sound very narcissistic, right? Very machistic. Very, it's gonna make me sound like an asshole. I don't give two shits about my friends. I don't give two shits about my family. I don't give two shits about anyone in my life that ever treated me badly. Even I try to be religious. Try to God, Jesus. All of that second to this table, boys. This table, I gotta tell you, it speaks to me. Huh? What's that table? You want me to overthrow the kingdom? Tonight, we dine in Hades. This table is so good. Okay, now we'll get into some news. I gotta, do a whole 10 on the table real quick. You like that? You like how that sounds, though? I don't know. That's like This is better than business. Like, an office. An office. You can't, bro. Look at this shit, man. Table. It's so. I can fuck a chick on this table, people, and not worry about shit. And this table has 2 pillars. You ever see a table with pillars? Not legs. Most tables have legs, and the 4 corners. That's what y'all niggas on. Y'all niggas still on 4-legged tables. I got 2 pillars in the middle, bro. This shit ain't going nowhere. It's like literally, I could donate this table to WWE and have, Cody Rhodes get fucking, power bombed by Drew McIntyre. This wouldn't break. It would be a problem. They wouldn't be able to sell the table. You know what I mean? He'd just take it. Yeah, fuck, that hurt actually. He'd break character. Cody Rhodes. Actually hurt. You know what? Wrap it up, guys. Wrap it up. Wrap the show up. Fucking landed on my tailbone. This table, honestly, when AI take all the data centers in the world, all the data centers drink up the last of the little water that we have, and it's scorching hot. We've got nothing but crazy heat, and it's barely. Is it summer yet? I think it's summer. The first day of summer. Either way, scorching hot weather. The everything. The earth is burning. Right. It's all on fire. I think this table will survive it. I think this table will survive the apocalypse, the 4 horsemen, the rivers of fire. This table, honestly, if there's a nuclear war, and Canada has that one of those fucking guys. The nuclear war, we're going to war, and it's a nuclear bomb's about to hit, hide under a desk. I would flip this over, right? Or I would literally put it in a corner and I'd hide underneath it. I think I'd be good. I dead ass will trust my life with this table if my friends or family, after I said fuck them, I'm all in on this table, literally. I'm all in on this table. After my friends and family, forgave me and then said, hey, you know what? We found a nuclear hideout bunker. This is 99.9% effective, right? And a lot of people say, a lot of things are 99.9%. I'd say the vaccine was 99.9% effective, but that's neither here nor there. They go, this bunker's legit. It's literally, Google's founder created it to keep some regular people, because some regular people are gonna need to fucking pour coffee in the next life. You know what I mean? They gotta have some, poor guys. They gotta keep some poor. It's not all just gonna be a bunch of rich. Who's gonna pour the coffee? Who's gonna drive their buses or their limousines? You know what I mean? I'm telling you, man, I love that. It's solid. You can kind of get a little taste of it. You know what? Well, just give it. Come on, take a look at that. Boom. Take a look at that fucking marble, Greek Roman pillar statue, reflective mirror coat. I'm telling you guys. It's changed me. I'm walking around with, fuck you. I got good table money. You ever had that? Good table money. But again, if I would trust, the point was I would trust this table to protect me more than a nuclear underground bunker, nuclear bomb bunker. But it can't all just be about my table, people. I have listened to the new Drake. Now listen. I was rocking with. Listen. I'm a fan of Kendrick. For whatever reason, I hated Drake because real niggas tend to hate fake niggas, right? And I kept it A1 since day one, son. And these niggas were like, "Oh, Drake is this? Drake's really out there like that." I go, Drake's. Soldier Boy, when Soldier Boy is like the nigga from Degrassi, nigga Drake, nigga Drizzy Drake, nigga Aubrey Graham, nigga, telling me, you know what I mean? The game is rigged, and Drake has Well, my buddy called it Drake Slop. The new Drake Slop just dropped. And to be honest, as much as you want to hate the guy, those first six or seven out songs on Iceman were decent. I'm not gonna say they were good, but that song, I'm really fucking with Janice. Shut the fuck up. STFU, Janice. Shut the fuck up, Janice. Yo, Janice, shut the fuck up. Reach me, baby. Come over on me. That song is a song, and I'll leave it at that. He made an album, right? And you know what? It's pretty boss to buy Michael Jackson's glove. That's a pretty cool thing. But these guys, bro, Drake, you know, who are these drizzy glizzy gobblers, bro? Drizzy glizzy gobblers, bro. I'm telling you, man. Come on. It's just music. And it's mid music at best. It's good for fucking but bro, you give anyone 3 albums, and only half of the one is like, this is clearly he stopped after the first 7 albums of the 7 records on this Iceman album. Everything else was just like, oh, like I need, you know, to do 2 more albums to get out of my contract. You know, after Janice shut the fuck up, everything else kind of ran to Atlanta. You know, you had Molly Santana and Future doing the heavy lifting, and then Drake gets into his I'm with Atlanta niggas now again flow, which, you know, and I'm a fan of. I wanted Drake to do so after a while. You know what I mean? Having the entire world at the Super Bowl call you a pedophile, it's gotta, you know what I mean? You're coming back at this like, you know, nigga, we still in this beef though, nigga. We ain't ended. This shit'll last forever. And Kendrick, Kendrick has to do is just stay silent, because time is always the biggest factor. No matter how much, you know, bots you send to Spotify and all that shit, like, and all the fake, you know, promo, and, you know, you ice out the Toronto Raptors things for, or whatever, the seats at your games, and you ice out the CN Tower or whatever. All of that stuff, at the end of the day, it's like polishing a turd, right? You're polishing. The album Iceman was decent. Had 50-50 of good albums. You know, people are like, oh, he's back on his old tip, you know, old Drake in 2014, 2012, back in 08 Drizzy. But in reality, man, Drake doesn't evolve at all. He's always been, you know, circulating the 2000. It's a lot of like the Atlanta rappers that started out, you know, a lot of those guys, and then they had like, you know, they had some buzz, a little bit of buzz, like Fetty Wap with My Way. Fetty Wap, I don't even think he has Drake's album, Drake's remixed on his page. It's all just mixtapes. Because a lot of these guys are like, dude, you know, Drake came in, hopped on my shit, and it never said anything to me ever again, right? Like, and I'm not saying Drake has to hold these niggas' hands or nothing like that, but it's like, if you take a guy's number one, which they're number one, hop on the remix, and then just kind of use them for the clout, and then once they've washed up, you don't bring them back, or you don't have new guys coming in, you don't have new dudes coming in. I'm telling you, man, it's. I don't know. My buddy's messaged me out, trying to see some sort of business shit. I mean, the table is. It attracts business. Fuck boys, bow down, fall back, fuck niggas. Still down to invest? Yeah. Oh, you know I'm down to invest. let me just put the money on the my buddy's fucking. I should probably. hit him up. I mean, I'm doing a mid podcast, but Drake he's a one trick pony, and for the most part, people love to see a one trick pony. People love to see that trick. You're a nigga that can do a backflip, nigga. I show speed, nigga. Do that backflip again, bro. Hey, run real fast, buddy. Hey, streamer that does one trick, do that same trick, buddy. Boom gang. Remember when he was stealing shit and then he tried to go gospel and he went hip hop real hard for a little bit. Then he went God. Then he found God. Then he went real into God. But it's like, no, bro, get back to stealing. That's what you do. You're Mr. Steely. Hey, look at me. Oh, I'm stealing. Oh, go. Running now. I'm running away because I'm stealing. Yeah, no cap. I'm really stealing. I stole things. Right? Let's get back to that shit. I swear, man, some of these niggas, man, they put themselves in a box. Get yourself a fucking marble table. You know what I mean? Have several fucking fine dimes come through. Have an orgy. I could literally have an orgy on a table, buddy. It's got one girl's here, leg spread. One girl leg spread. One girl leg spread. You could have 8 dudes just sitting riffing off the top, and then 4 dudes on this side, 4 dudes on that side, 4 girls in the middle, and we tower over them, man. I'm telling you, man. I see how Diddy fucked up because this table's speaking to me like the Green Goblin mask in Spider-Man spoke to Harry's dad. What's that? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck over all your friends and family for glory. for the night, the glory, the shine, the glow, the I don't know. For Asgard and Valhalla, we shall sit on the throne once again. That's why this is the table. This is the table talking, man. Listen, put that to rest. I'm telling you guys, man. This table's changed, man. So it's crazy what we're doing. We got a lot of news to discuss. Now, the Drake Kendrick thing. I don't know, man. I'm from that school of thought. I could always go, y'all niggas it's music. I'm sure at the end of the day, you guys are counting your money, laughing, going, But then again, niggas have nigga moments, right? There are nigga moments out there. There are some, this is never gonna end. And I don't know if it'll never end, but I go, at the end of the day, what Drake put these guys on, then he stopped putting them on, and then, they felt some type of way because they started colluding together. But it's like, yeah, dude, Drake, you gotta understand too, if you're Mr. whatever, they only let one nigga in at a time, bro. And there's, I think when they had like rap groups, they had a real problem because they're like, we deep down only want one nigga. We want Reverend Run of Run DMC. Hell, Jam Master Jay is still selling, he's still in the hood selling drugs and getting shot up, right? Jam Master Jay got shot up while they were Run DMC, which was crazy. It's craziest shit ever, right? But like even with Drake, he's assigned to Lil Wayne, right? Lil Wayne has to take an L at some point in his career for and which it's probably now, because Drake has outshined Lil Wayne in such a way that Drake now has Lil Wayne's fucking, for the last few whatevers, he had Lil Wayne's, Dwayne Carter, the Carter picture on Instagram for the longest time to just go, hey buddy, you're still cashing in checks that I made, yeah, right? You're still relevant. But in reality, people look at Drake and they look at Lil Wayne all the way back there. Lil Wayne's all the way back there. I don't know what it is, the teenage women, the teenage girl market, little girl market. There's something that, like, though, and even with Epstein, right? Epstein. There's a lot of young girls that are just wrapped up. They're like, I knew my brother. My brother told me this, right? And this is no knock on us or the gang or anything like that, but there's these one girls, like these neighborhood girls that like you could just tell they were going to be. They're just hoes, right? They were hoes, but they were young girls, and they grew up. And my brother would tell me, he's like, yeah, dude, like they were like bragging one time, like they sucked off a cab driver. They were like 16 years old, 15, 16. They sucked off a cab driver to get good, cab fare. And I was like, oh, jeez. But those girls were those girls. They were just like, so again, some of these girls, they hear that you're a pedophile, and they go, oh, now's my chance, right? I could get some of that Drake money. I could get to that island, right? There are some legitimately rough childhood girls that are 14, 15 years old and I'm not excusing the predatory systemic predatory oh boy. But there are hoes that just listen. I was 14 years old and I waited till I was 18. But if I got raped, I would be like, you know what, it probably wasn't for me. But I also think too much. There's some girls that go, yeah, I sucked them off, or, gave me $200 and I sucked them off, right? And you're like, wait, but you're 14 at the time you were raped, right? And they go, but I also had $200. And you go, listen, babe, listen, honey, listen, that guy took advantage of you. He raped you, but I got $200. This is and obviously it's a case by case study. And this table's talking to me. It's the table, man. I don't know, man. This table's like, yeah, man, yeah. You got $1,000 money table. You have island table, or you have island money. This honestly, man, this shit is like Greek god shit, bro. Cut from marble. Ancient Roman pillars, bro. I'm telling you, man. It doesn't even matter. Whatever I talk about, it doesn't really matter. Apparently, they're going to war with Cuba. Havana syndrome is real, right? I've been waiting for the Havana, Cubanos war, especially with Iran, with Iran popping off with when they kidnapped what is his name, Maduro, in Venezuela. And I'm like, oh, we're taking out dark Hispanics again, dark Latins. That's what we're on. You know what I mean? Because they fuck over Africa. So listen, man. But they fuck over Africa. They don't tell us when they're fucking, because you know why? There's so many niggas in America that they can't just disclose what's going on. They have to prop up. But I'm telling you, man, I'm reading this book, this CIA book. This guy, and this is a crazy book. It seems like it's just an audio tape. I'm listening to it on Audible, or no, Spotify. It's just on Spotify. The Spotify, Spotify Premium. You get like 8 hours of credits of audiobooks. I'm listening to this thing. It's like CIA in search of enemies. The CIA, and it's literally like they made this division in the government called the CIA. And when it doesn't have any operations or anything, they make up and they start shit in third world countries, like like Venezuela, like they just, hey, listen, these guys are poor and they haven't paid up. Let's go break. It's essentially like if MasterCard, you owe $5,000 and you haven't paid in a few months, and you're like, listen, just lost my job, and you're like, all right, we're gonna give you a gun, and now you have to rob that guy across the street to pay us back. And if you don't, we're gonna, it's weird shit where you're like, this isn't legal, is it? It's not. And they're like, no, but we have government clearance, and we got what is that? That it's a pardon. It's like an indefinite pardon on the CIA, bro. The guy seemed like he fucking had one of those lights on, had a bunch of files on, and he's just going through reading. He's like, I was part of the CIA and our division in Africa. We were fucking these niggas up, man. And he didn't say it like that. He said it like a white guy. I'm telling you, man, like some of this shit, you're listening to it and you're just going like, and that's when we decided to overthrow them. And you're like, how did they do it so easily? And then this guy got into some power, but he was running off on his bills, so we decided to overthrow him. He wound up in the ocean, Pacific that is. And you're like, what? You're like, how is this like that's going on? All of that stuff. But in UK, these motherfuckers can't even tweet. They can't tweet they can't tweet some offensive shit without going to jail. But the CIA can literally have carte blanche on going like, let's topple these third world democracies. Let's topple these third world regime changes, eh? And whoever gets it, and we'll just let them sort it out, right? You keep cutting the head off of the snake, and then whoever takes the throne, you go, Are you willing to compromise your morals and beliefs and your people, your friends and family that you made it up here, buddy. But you got to know that shit, this isn't the fucking highest part of the ladder, right? We're putting this on the table, right? Now you can join us or not, and if you don't, hopefully the next guy will, because you're gonna be gone, bud. You're ixnayed out of here. You're out. Wind up on a plane with Majaro handcuffed and his wife is tied up and shit. His wife and Majaro in Venezuela. His wife was actually. Come to find out, his wife was the guy was the one doing all the shady shit. It's usually the wives. You know what I mean? In guys with power, a lot of these things, it's usually the wives, right? Like Trump is a big, bad business guy, but Melania looks like she's like literally sends the kill orders, right? It's like bomb them. Right? She has that like don't touch me, Donald. We have to kill today. I'm not letting your pathetic little dick ruin my high off of murder, right? I'm sure Donald gets the best head when he bombs third world countries. And the thing is, man, these women, dude, some of these women, I don't know what it is, if they put like something in birth control or the antidepressants, but it feels like these women have gotten eviler. Have you noticed, guys, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen? These women are so like, I am here to do my job. In corporate, that person's. We're gonna send off a little email to the boss because that person does not have his mask on, and you're sitting in HR without a mask on. You go, I have a fucking disease that fucking prevents me from wearing cloth over my nose. It's called a nose. Right? I gotta breathe. I got a big ass nose. I need to breathe air. I can't wear a fucking mask. And I don't know where I was going somewhere with this, but I forgot. Just started thinking about my table again. I'm telling you, man. I would love to have someone come in on some. I should probably close the window. It's getting a little rainy, but it's okay. This kind of table, I think it would float. If the world floods, I would fucking just, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's buoyant enough. Yeah, I think it would float. I'd be able to just ride this shit like a surfboard. And here's the thing. In a Titanic, they didn't have enough room. This is enough room, I told you already, for 4 women, at least 3 guys. I could lie down here, have another guy there, or 4, moderately skinny women, right? especially with a woman on Ozempic nowadays. But these women, I'm telling you, man, it seems as though that they have gotten more evil. I don't know if it's and also like Ozempic might be. I might have just caught that brain that. Okay, I'm doing something that's this legacy. It's called thinking. It's legendary, mind altering shit. They say that Ozempic is giving people the urge to cut. It doesn't just cut off your urge of hunger and like, oh, I need, because yesterday I broke down and I bought a pack of those ice cream sandwiches. Ate the whole thing in one day. I ate the whole fucking pack. 12 little not little. Those the regular sized ice cream sandwiches, vanilla ice cream with the chocolate, cover and whatever chocolate cookie ice cream sandwich, right? Black, whatever, with ice cream in the middle. Ate all, and I was like, fuck, I'm gonna be so fucked. I went to the gym today. I was like, okay, I'm pretty good. Sweating a little bit. It's been hot out as of lately. They're trying to open up data centers in the city. Wob Canoe said, fuck that. I don't know how real Instagram is. They could have just said, yeah, just have him say he did. Have him say he didn't do it. When in reality, we have fucking several fucking data centers on the skirts of Manitoba. I don't know. You could probably throw a couple data centers up in Churchill. I don't know. It'd be cold 95% of the time anyways. But I'm really glad that they don't build up the data centers. But where I was going somewhere. God damn, this table, bro. I'm telling you guys, if you ever get some money, like, you're gonna want a nice table. I gotta get like a nice white leather or faux leather couch. A nice leather couch, table, marble table. I'm gonna have and I also got a new chair too, new gaming chair. I'll probably have to get at least two more gaming chairs just so we could have and we'll have like 3 people. You know what I mean? Well, I could have guests over. It's gonna be nice, man. It's gonna be nice. Oh man, yeah. We've just been hustling, man. It's nice. Also, not working. Well, I'm working. I'm doing skip the dishes still, but I'm not working like truck driving, man. Especially in this heat, bro. Last week. My buddy from Coca-Cola that I used to work with. We used to work on nights. I seen him working a day, and I was like, I was in there, doing skip with my little bag. They gave me a little bag. I put the bag in my bag, put the bag in the car, and I seen the buddy, and he's like, oh, how you been, man? Like, I'm doing good, man. How you doing? I just started going in. I'm like, oh, they still got you doing this shit, pile high things. I'm like, you guys don't do night times anymore, I guess, because all of the 7-Elevens are closing down. He's like, yeah, no, I'm filling in for a guy. The guy called in or whatever. And I'm just like, that's never gonna be my problem anymore. I just looked at him like that 50 Cent in Entourage meme where roll up my windows and just get there. Like, he had fucking 2 pallets of fucking pop, and those canned drinks, 2-liter sodas. Telling you, Coca-Cola, man. Well, all that Coca-Cola shit, bro. Canned drinks, those Evian waters, the Dasani waters, big bottles. Fucking load them up. That's like 20 fucking loads piled high, or 10 if he piles them super high, double stack. You know what I mean? But it's like I'm just watching the guy's body deteriorate, and I'm just sitting there going like, well, I got my load today. Got My thing is, my job is so easy that I have to work out. I have to, and also, I'm pulling up in burger shop here, poutine place over there, sushi place over there. So I'm sitting there going like, fuck. I want to get sushi. I want to get some poutine. I want fries with gravy for the people that don't know the Canadian lifestyle. I want to, just pick out. Oh shit, cupcake store over there. Never had that cupcake place before. So have a couple cupcakes, some donuts. You see, when you go around to your city, and just going into places, right? The excuse is I'm here to do a delivery for you guys, but it's easy to wrap myself into. I gained like 10 pounds, man, right? But I'm also putting on muscle. I've been going to the gym more, so it's like it's weird. Like I'm not like fat. I'm not fat, but I have like muscle underneath it. So I think I just gotta cut a little bit of weight. I got to maybe I don't know what it. Maybe fucking take it easy, because I mean yesterday I did eat 12 whole packs of 12 ice cream sandwich, which is crazy, right? I used to go like, you know what? I'll eat half and half. If you eat 6 ice cream sandwiches, I woke up and I just pissed ice cream out. I woke up in the middle of the night like all groggy, like, who did this to me, right? I was like, where am I? And I looked at the table, and the table's like, your past sins shall be atoned for in the future. That's what my table. I go, table? Jesus Christ. I forgot I had the table, right? I forgot I had this beautiful, magnificent, sexy table. Oh man, wait. A little bit of dust. Is there dust on this table? Get all my fingerprints on here. If there's any kind of murder, I want people to know that this is my table. Even if there's multiple murders linked to this table, I got all my fingerprints on this table. People go, you know what, man? Even though he was a sick, sadistic, I get blamed for like all of Jeffrey Dahmer's murders because of this table linking me to the crime scene, right? No matter how bad they talk about the sick, twisted shit that I've orchestrated in my dungeon lair, if it was on this table, they would still go, he does have impeccable taste in fine dining fine dining's, mantelpieces or whatever. I'm telling you, man, is set at a new precedent, right? I don't even need a background. It's just the table. It's just the table. Guys, it's just the table. It's the table. The table. I'm going to lose at least 20 pounds for the table. I'm going to... Oh, okay, but also Worm God coming out, guys. Worm God Part 2 coming out. The Big Worm expansion. Cash leaders. Guys, if you guys haven't checked it out, check out Worm God 1, Worm God the First, Worm God the Little Worm Collection. Available now, streaming. You can pre-order, please, 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 please. If you support your boy and you want to send me some money, pre-order that motherfucker, right? Pre-order on iTunes for Worm God 2. If you don't have the money, it's okay. I will be releasing 2 singles. This Friday on the 12th, I will be releasing Mortal Kombat. And then that previous, on June 19th, Juneteenth, I'm pretty sure that's the June 19th, we'll be releasing Sinners, right? No, Mortal Kombat Sinners coming this Friday and the next Friday after that. July 1st, you won't have to wait at all. You will get Worm God 2, the Big Worm expansion pack, and it'll be on everything. And it's gonna be so good, guys. Listen, I literally am like, I can't wait to listen to it on streaming services, because I'm listening to it now and I'm like, because I gotta listen once, when they're on iPhones, for whatever reason, when you download something on iPhones, you could only listen to it like per file thing. I don't know how to like lump them all into a playlist and listen to them back to back. So once they're all in like the streaming services and I can listen to it from front to back, I will be happy. I'll be rocking in the free world. And yeah, so Worm God 2, coming out July 1st. We have already released Him with Nat Saturn. It's out there. You can check it out if you're really fiending for that new Cash Leaders. Check it out. I should in the next. I know I took a break from podcasting. We're back. It's literally just because I didn't have a table, right? Motherfucker, I'm gonna be sitting here with no table. I can't put my hands on nothing. I can't. You know what I mean? I can't sit and ponder without a table. I had a little. You know what I mean? I had a little maybe a desk sitting there. But we ain't in kindergarten no more, ladies and gentlemen. We ain't in elementary and middle school with one of those little boxing desks. You know what I mean? I remember I was a big kid even back then. I remember being like hunched over at a desk, like, you know what I mean? Just all fucking, just eyeing the little kids down, right? I mean, I was a kid too, but I had that big, you know, I had that big nigga syndrome, bro. I was like, bro. I remember there's this one kid from, he came from, straight from Africa, and he was ripped. I remember everyone was looking at him like this, and I remember asking him, like, dude, like, what's your workout routine? What do you do, bro? He's like, push-ups. I'm like, what else? Just push-ups. All we did was push-ups. When we got to Canada, didn't have TV, didn't have, you know, internet, no computers. Motherfucker just did push-ups. Did like 1,000 push-ups a day. Just kept doing push-ups. Bored, do push-ups. Happy, push-ups. You know, you want to celebrate, push-ups. You sad, had a bad day at school, push-ups. I was like, Jesus Christ. Some of these niggas are built different. You know, some of these niggas, man. Shouts out to Dammy, by the way, man. Yeah. Just did push-ups. That's all I did was push-ups. But he had such a high voice, so I don't know. I just did push-ups. And he's just jacked. I'm just doing push-ups. I don't know. You know, in our room, Mom sent us to room, and we just do push-ups. So sweet, but so buff. It was hilarious. Yeah, man. Podcast. I guess we're back. We're so back. It's not even fucking funny, ladies and gentlemen. This will be a bonus because it's Wednesday. I'll probably, hopefully, do another one on Saturday, releasing on Sunday. That's the way we get back into the swing of things. So this will be me holding myself accountable. It's such a beautiful table, by the way. I'll probably get the boys. George and Todd will love this shit. They'll live for this shit. This table. You can't hate a man that has a table, because then you can put shit on the table. You know what I mean? You could air out your shit on said table. This table feels like you can confess. Right? Like, if I was alright, murder charge, right? Murder. Say it's just murder, right? I ain't snitching. You know what I mean? You get, you know those regular, desks that they have, those regular metal things? Nah, it's metal, bro. I'm cool as a cucumber. This, I can kind of see my reflection, but it looks dark. It's fucking marble. There's, like, patterns in it that fucking, like, they compel you to just admit the truth, bro. You just want to get your, you want to air out your This is the air out your grievances table. It's so fucking nice, guys. What else was I gonna talk about? There was a lot of things in hip hop going on. There's this. We'll talk about. Sorry, I mean, I'm gonna talk about something other than the table. This guy, D4VD, David. This guy, apparently he murdered his, and this again it stems from this weird cult, this weird like child pedophilia cult, right? I don't know what it is, 726 or something like that, 326. There's some weird numbers where it's just like it's the Epstein shit. It's the island boys. It's just like we get these girls, and they just become sex slaves, right? And you get them so young that's all they know. And this guy, this rapper David, or singer, rap hip hop singer guy. Apparently and this is weird. I never heard of this guy before until they found a body in his trunk, right? And everyone was like, "Well, hey, listen, could have." How do you know it was his body in the trunk? Well, it turns out they finally did the DNA. And here's the thing: when people jump, you know what I mean? I think it's all bots at this point. There's no one in history that's gonna defend. Hey, listen, there was a dead person in my trunk, and I don't know, right? I don't know. You can't do the fucking. Can't do the fucking, I don't know if the hands, can't do that when there's a body decomposing. That means you drove around and in Walmart they found you because there's a whole bunch of, it's abandoned in a parking lot, and cars to your name, you know what I mean? You first of all, you drive the Tesla into the ocean. The Tesla is literally 200,000 pounds. The battery alone is 20,000 pounds. You drive the Tesla and if autopilot is that good where you're driving the Tesla and it immediately brakes and turns and then parks in a nearby police station and reports you, then you give it up for Elon Musk. But until they make technology that good, you could still drive shit into a river and just go, I don't know, someone stole my car, I don't know. Had the police look all over and then they found it dropped in. Right, and they go, well, yeah, I reported it stolen literally, 6 months ago. They found it in the whatever river, in the whatever wherever the guy lived. I don't know, whatever, Jacksonville River or whatever. And you go, I guess someone stole my car with my girlfriend in it. No, not. Kidnap my girlfriend because you could be a rapper or a singer and go like. Motherfuckers always trying to, send me death threats. I know they're not all real, but some of them are not all fake, right? Anyways, he stole my car and he fucking murdered my girlfriend and tied her up in the trunk, and you could easily lie about that, right? These niggas is fucking stupid when it comes to fucking committing these crimes, right? Anyways, when it's all said and done, it's obvious. They did the DNA test of the decomposed girl. And it's sick, right? This is sick. Cause she was like 14, right? The guy he was like a 21-year-old dating a 14-year, craziest shit ever, right? Craziest. It's fucking ridiculous. But apparently there's news out that she was apparently pregnant, right? And this is why like they had to. Cause once that happened, you can't just you could in the gang of pedophilia. I think they're all for that, but they're all also they're all weirdly Republican, right? They're all weirdly Republican with the Democratic mask on, so they don't abort, but they will. They will not. They won't abort, but they also don't want to give the rights to the woman to be in charge because she's a minor. So there's a whole lot of conflicting ideals when knocking up a 14-year-old woman, girl, right? That's literally her first egg popping out. Just smashing her. Again, it's not even alleged. This is actually what happened. And the guy's name is D4VD, like down for venereal disease, nigga. This nigga, goofy ass nigga. I listen to some of his music. I go, I'm not listening to I want to fuck a 14-year-old music, nigga. Anyone that likes that kind of music is deeply, has something buried underneath. Listen, I got a table. Anything I will put on this table. All right, I have been to war. This is the war. This is the type of table you see in like NASA meetings. And the guy has a hologram and he's doing shit like this. That's the type of table I have. All right, I don't put nothing underneath. And a lot of these motherfuckers like D4VD, David. You know what I mean? And even guys like I would say like Melly Mel, YM Melly Mel. This nigga's biggest hit was I Killed My Friends, right? It's like I'ma kill my friends music, right? These niggas, and people are so shocked by and awe about these people that do horrific shit, and the people that's, and even TK, right? TK, you know, I'm a shoot a motherfucker and then I'm on the run for murder. Drop an album, drop a single, and everybody loves it because I'm oh he. This is how dumb niggas are. Oh, he really doing that though. He really out here though. Right? I like when a motherfucker really be about his bars though. He really be doing that. Anyways, are you ever gonna see that nigga again? No, he's locked up for life. But I mean, he really did do that though. He really about that. There's, you know how many niggas in jail are like, I mean, I kept to my own. I held it down. I didn't snitch. Doing 25 to life. But I mean, I stayed solid though. and they're shitting in a pan. You know what I mean? And jail ain't even that bad, bro. I mean, if you're a real nigga, yeah, I mean, take it. But I mean, just like, and this isn't excusing all the motherfuckers that are in jail and to saying that they ain't shit. But man, there's a lot of motherfuckers that ain't shit. That can do, that you ain't shit, but you did some real shit for some real dudes, and you took the rap, and you weren't smart enough because the real dude was like, I just used my money. I saved up my money, paid a really good lawyer, so you don't have to snitch. And the lawyer got you a fucking this, and your friend's doing 20, and you got none. You got nothing. You got community service in a nice, rich neighborhood. You know what I mean? Basically, you're basically picking up flowers, you know what I mean? Dandelion. You're picking weeds out of fucking old folks' retirement home. And you're like, you did the same shit. Did you snitch? Motherfucker, did you snitch? And it's like, no, I just paid my lawyer off really well. I gave him a lot of money, which a lot of you niggas blew through because you're clearly, you know, you're getting high on your own supply, right? A lot of these, I'm telling you, man. And even, bro, speaking of getting high on their own supply, right? So many people, and this is probably gonna, again, this podcast tends to offend. What's his name? Juice WRLD was a fucking bum. He made a good couple songs, but again, much like Jimi Hendrix, I call these niggas bums. You know why they're bums? Because they can't stop doing drugs, bro. You know how hard it? Look at. I haven't done drugs. I was drinking yesterday. I did a little bit of edibles yesterday, and then today I woke up. I'm like, man, I kind of want to do some more. Kind of want to do some more drinking. And then I'm like, you know what? Go to the gym. Eat some fucking meat. You know what I mean? Go to grocery shop and get yourself some stuff. Have a little bit of, you know, Mountain Dew, right? Haven't had caffeine in a little bit. Back on caffeine, whatever. Anything to not fucking do drugs or drink, right? You know, it's because it's like if you keep doing it, you spiral into it. You can spiral in and out of anything, right? And cigarettes, I go hand in hand, but like, yo, these guys that are just popping pills all day, I feel nothing for these guys, bro. Even the guys that get shot up in the street, right? You know how many niggas accidentally get shot? You know what I mean? But these guys, it's 0.00. It has to be 0.001% of the accidental shooters. Motherfucker, like when they hit Dolph, and Dolph was like, "Oh, y'all niggas, it hit him like 100-round drum." Fucking shot up his car, and it's like, all y'all niggas did was shoot me in the ass, nigga. And he had his location on in the fucking hospital. And I'm sitting back going like, listen, man, I'm no genius, but these motherfuckers could probably see that there's like, you know, he's posting, there's a tree out back with a little swing. They're like, okay, the geographic niggas, the tree, we narrowed it down to these three places. It's either in Hong Kong, you know, either in Hong Kong, the middle of Sudan, Africa, or he's in fucking Tulsa, Oklahoma, or whatever. He's probably in Tulsa. Let's fucking go there. With that stupid tree in the background that foiled his plans. And he ended up I think he got shot up. But I'm telling you, man, these niggas are fucking. And I'm not saying like all of the niggas that are all dead and they're gonna disrespect. I'm just saying. I'm not saying that like there's some magical key to like figuring out like how to survive the streets and the gang lifestyle. You niggas are fucking. You decide to go into this gang shit. You know what I mean? You decide to get wrapped up in pills. You fucked some coke hose that made you do some coke, and you took a couple lines of coke, and next time you buy some coke, you're now on fentanyl. Now, there's a lot of people I see on fentanyl walking these streets, right? A lot of fucking dummies, I'd say. Because if given the opportunity, you go, listen, man, get off of this drug. I'll get you a nice, clean home, right? You can't sleep in those shelters all fucked up. And most of them go, I would rather spend my days, moving. I'd rather spend most of my days, begging for change, you know what I mean? All on the streets, hoping and praying that, probably. I'd rather take a chance with the devil I know than fucking the angels with the God that I have neglected. I was gonna throw on we're gonna wrap this up a little bit, but we're gonna come full circle and again, these stupid fucking dumb drug addicts and guys in gangs. Let that. I mean, trust me, there's more and more people I see passed out on the side of the road from whatever the fuck they're doing. My buddy Doug Barker, cousins with Bob Barker's. Rest in peace, Bob Barker. Right. Apparently he was a racist asshole. Right. That's going around. This is a side note. Bob Barker was apparently a big piece of shit. I mean, I knew. I knew that Bob Barker, cousins to Doug Barker. Doug told me on the podcast, we actually have it, it's on one of the podcasts way back, a few years back. But he was telling me, he's like, yeah, we had Bob come in, he was Mr. Price is Right, nigga. He's white, so he didn't say that, but Bob Barker came in, two models, right? Two models on his, coming in, sunglasses on, probably drunk or high or whatever, on some fuck it tip, at the family reunion, right? Now, I don't understand how motherfuckers get famous and forget that there's like lines you don't cross. Like your family, Bob Barker is probably a nice guy. The image he portrayed on TV was get your pets spayed and neutered to help control the population. Meanwhile, this guy was a pussy hound, bringing two girls that were not his wife to the family reunion, and the grandma, the mother or whatever, let's get the fuck out of here. Just go. You had to go. Never seen him again, right? The family never seen him again, never spoke to him again. Lived his life a very lonely, isolated, had to have been. Guy didn't like, if you look at, there's a YouTube breaking down all the times when a black contestant wins and he's trying not to hug him. He's playing fucking hide and seek with the girl's hug. That's just crazy. Right? Or in Ugly Women too. Ugly Women, he's just a pussy hound, right? Bob Barker. Piece of shit. But either way, Doug Barker. Okay, Doug, his cousin, lives in my building. And, we talk all the time. I get him beer or whatever. He's a good guy. But he was telling me there's this one girl, right? And we're still speaking about on like drugs and alcohol, right? This girl was messed up, right? She's having she was big on meth or something like. And when you're doing meth, you're doing fent to calm yourself down after the meth, and you're taking a little bit of heroin just to ease you out of the fentanyl. Then you take some more fucking perks to perk yourself back. It's a whole list of you're doing fent, meth, and fent, meth, heroin, and there's another one that's crazy, like oxys, whatever like the crack. Oh yeah, crack is just to keep you going. Crack is like a smoking crack. Like my buddy Mitchell was on the podcast the motherfucker was smoking crack like he was smoking cigarettes, which is crazy because then after every time you smoke crack, you smoke a cigarette, which I think the cigarettes after anything does have a nominal effect on because I don't even really want to drink. I think I want to smoke a cigarette, but I'll have a drink to go, let's have a cigarette now. I mean, we're drinking, let's have a cigarette. And that's it wraps you up into it. But this girl, she was, apparently she was, what was it? She was doing drugs with somebody and they died on her. And her and her boyfriend or whatever moved the body, I guess, to hide it. And then, it's because they were scared that the cops are going to come raid the place and take all the drugs. So she moved the body away, and then someone caught her moving the body, and she's doing time for that. Which fucking sucks, but if you weren't doing the drugs that led you into the overdose of your friend, and then probably high, not realizing, listen, someone, this person needs ambulance, they're dead. You're chilling, and then the person dies. Most normal people go, this is way out of whatever I've used to. I don't even know CPR. I call a motherfucker to see if they could, hit those electric things. I didn't even know what they're called. Defibrillators. Hit that thing. Because I think you could be dead for a day. This is what I think in my brain, in my stupid video game mindset. I think I could go a day with being completely flatlined, and some guy comes up and on the 11th hour, or no, the 23rd hour and 59 minutes and 59 seconds slides in and puts me back, and I'll be like, good, with all my brain functioning intact, all my organs perfectly back to normal. I go, well, gee, thanks. And I get up and I go do my dishes. I clean up the blood stains and the rotting smell that would have probably happened of my fermented body. No, I truly believe that you could do that. But again, most normal people, they go, you call somebody and deal with that, right? You call up somebody and deal with that. Now, if she wasn't on drugs, all of those steps, you wouldn't be in jail, right? Apparently, she's still in jail. Charges on moving a dead body it's basically like you killed someone. That's like what, 8 to 10? I don't know. It's not good. I never even heard of not moving a body without the kill attached to it, right? Because you know what I mean. And you don't. It's at least 4 to 5 to 8 to 10, something like. Probably around that thing. It'd be crazy if they only gave her 2. That's crazy. Moving a dead body. But again, if she didn't smoke out all her fucking. I mean, if you don't do all the drugs in the world, you would have the clarity and the money to pay a lawyer to say, hey, listen, these people are high as shit, worried that you guys are the police are gonna come take their drugs. Give her a couple months to sober up, right? And there's a lot of guys in jail that were telling me, man, I can't wait to go back. Can't wait to go back and do some drugs. But then there was a couple guys that were like, if it wasn't for being in jail, I'd be out there running shit, doing this, doing that, doing whatever. Still doing drugs, so jail saved, and all of them are fucking completely literate in terms of the average dude in jail versus a TikTok kid, a 19-year-old in jail that's reading and sitting in his cell versus the guy that's fucking in college, on his iPhone all day. It's crazy how literate people become in jail. Like they become like, there's nothing else to do, so you might as well teach yourself how to read, how to write, how to talk about your stories, articulate yourself, become an outstanding citizen. Because honestly, there's a whole group of people called those prison guards that'll beat you if you act up and if you don't do. So it's there's some good to jail, where I look at it and I hear people talk about it and I go like it helps. It helps rehabilitate you if you're ready for it. And and again, if you're not ready for anything, the resistance to that said force acting upon you becomes like the enemy, right? It's like, I'm gonna sock a guard in the face, or you know what? Once I get out, I'm gonna fucking make it a hard time for these police, man. I'm gonna get my gun. I'm gonna have a shootout with you become tenfold over resisting that bullshit, resisting arrest, resisting the law. You're saying fuck the police. You're committing crimes when you don't even need to commit crimes. You're just sitting there pissing on the side of a bank, going like fuck you to the cameras. You're just doing shit that irks everybody, right? And a lot of that is drugs. A lot of that is abuse of drugs and alcohol. And back onto what I was saying, a lot of like these artists, these musicians, famous people, actors, celebrities, they get into that role where it's like, and for a long time, these tabloids, being a complete piece of shit works, right?